Yes, Adam, how are we doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Not bad, bro. Welcome to the YouTube channel. So, guys, it's Adam. I'm gonna basically be doing like just an interview with him, kind of see what his results have been, how he's achieved his results, and what his kind of experience has been like. But yeah, Adam, if you want to quickly give yourself like just a quick intro, like your name, where you're from, how old you are, etc.
Yeah, my name's Adam. I'm 20 years old. I currently second year at uni in the US. But unfortunately, I played tennis, but I had to come back because of my knee injury. So I was looking for like other things to do. I saw a bit of appointment setting just on TikTok and YouTube. I saw Tom and Lennon, reached out to Tom, joined the community probably about 2 months ago now, and yeah, since then I never looked back. It's been really good. I finally seen like actually like remote income is possible, and it's doable just with the right people, the right connections, and yeah, it's been great.
Nice, bro. I mean, there's so many like different other courses out there, whether that's appointment setting, dropshipping, training, whatever. What would you say was the main thing that stood out about us compared to all these other people?
Well, with appointment setting generally, I could see it looked realistic to me. Drop shipping, you always see these videos of like people making like so much money in a month, but for me, I think it's tougher. Appointment setting, everyone needs an appointment setter. If you're a fitness coach, if you're a whatever crypto, any business, they only benefit from having one because they don't have to pay you. They only pay you commission. Obviously, if you get on a base, it's better. So I just saw it as more realistic, to be honest, and it drew me in. I thought I could really like actually put if I put time and effort, I'd actually it would work out, and it has. So
Yeah,
it's
nice.
been a good decision.
Nice, but what would you say like stood out about us as a community, say compared to like all these other
Uh,
appointment settings communities?
but no, because it was a small community, honestly.
Mm.
When I joined, it was like 80 people, and I believe now it's just over 100. But so many communities out there, like my other boys joined, were just big communities, and you don't get as much one-to-one support. Like I can actually access you, I
Mm.
can still can. Tom, anyone for advice, people putting other people on roles, the group chats, everything about it. Just people just want everyone in the community to do well. They're
Yeah,
not in it for themselves. You're in it as a community,
of
which is
course,
so
bro.
nice. And I feel like it pushes you on more as well. Like it really, when I first joined, I mean, I remember, I think it was Finn, someone was doing Unreal. And I was just seeing other people, and it was like just insane how good they were doing. And I was like, this is amazing. I was looking up to them. I was looking up to all these guys. And now I want to help the people that I just joined in and give my, give my share back.
That's an amazing part of the community. Like Adam doesn't even need to do that, but Adam's one of them people who, like I said, he's obviously gotten help from other people like myself and the other boys in the community. And now he's kind of like helping the other guys back. So he like you've how many? I think you've been posting like two roles in like even today. I think you posted like two roles in helping
Yeah,
the other boys
yeah.
get into
Just,
space.
just from networking, like networking is the most important thing. And if you do it alone, you don't really have access to that network. One, the network, and two, how to do it. The amount of help that I've got from them and advice of how to start out, 'cause I had no clue really. It's just amazing. Like, starting this alone I would say it's near impossible because you just have no idea where to start,
Yeah.
how to form messages, how to reach out, what to do. So yeah, I mean, Lennon put me on so many roles, got me so many contacts, group calls. So it's the same as Tom. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just been amazing.
Yeah, it's just knowing the right people, like you said. But yeah, was that the
100%.
main thing? Would you say that joining like a community is the biggest difference is the network? What would you kind of think would be the difference if you went about it yourself than if you joined this community?
I'd enjoy the community. First of all, I wouldn't know where to like flip to start. Like I wouldn't know how to reach out. I wouldn't know how to form messages. I wouldn't know how to keep track of everything. All the videos that I watched in the community, of the Loom videos with you and Tom, and the group calls we had with people more experienced, all the questions that I asked, no one could have answered them. So it would have been impossible. And also, like the other thing is the networking. I mean, having calls. Like my first week I joined, I think I had a call with a group of fitness coaches, people looking for sectors, like just so many people you introduced me to was just like so great to hear different people's point of views, etc. It was just amazing.
Yeah, and also obviously us being a smaller community, I think that I remember me
Yeah,
and you having them one to ones when I'm trying to get you into phone setting, and me just being like, Adam, what is this? It's wrong. But it allows me to give you that sort of time. I'm not sure if you remember when we had them
yeah,
calls about this phone setting was.
yeah. Yeah, I remember everything. I mean, all the time and effort you put into me.
Mm.
Like, when I first one I was a bit skeptical, and then the role plays we had, the actual, it was hard to take serious at first, but then I kind of got the grips of it. Yeah. Everyone, contributing, pretending to be a fitness hawk or whatever, you giving advice. I like as well how strict you are with people, calling people out, saying this is not good enough. It's good because it pushes people on. It's like it's like you're like a mentor. You and Tom are like mentors. I still look up to you guys today because obviously you guys are the best setters in the community because you know what you're doing, and it's just amazing to keep being pushed forward.
Yeah, no, amazing to hear, bro. So like, talk to me more about yourself, bro. So your experience beforehand. Like, did you have any experience in sales or appointment setting as a whole, closing, whatever?
Not really, no. I mean, the only thing I was promoting at a club. I used to go and speak to people on the street. So I'm quite a confident guy, but apart from that, I never really had experience, especially in setting. So it was all very new to me. I didn't know much. But yeah, I've obviously come a long way. But yeah, in terms of that, not much experience. No.
Yeah, nice, bro. I mean, let's go on about wins now. Like your first 2 months, how much did you make in your first 2 months?
I've made nearly 5K.
Your first 2 months?
Yeah, probably about 5K, yeah.
And that's pounds, right?
That's been with a lot of hours.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Was that pounds?
But yeah, pounds, all pounds, yeah. So yeah, it's not been easy, especially the first week. You kind of join it and you're thinking, why am I not in a role? People maybe start to question it or give up, but you just got to keep sending outreach. I remember those days of literally I remember putting like 50 outreach and Lennon or Tom calling me out saying, this is not good enough, it's not enough. And it's true. I mean, the more outreach you put out, the more chances. It's just simple math.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that week, I think I landed a role within about 2 weeks. I went through a couple roles, didn't really like a couple, decided to really focus down on one, and now it's just amazing. The role I'm on now is a dream to be.
Yeah. How did you actually get that role?
I got this role. It was. I think it was for you. You put in. I'll say Zidane, great guy. You put in his contact in Instagram. Some of his posts. Just applied. I think of like a form or something. I somehow response, had an interview, had like a role play, and I got in. And then I never looked back. It was great. Yeah. But again, I wouldn't have had this opportunity if I wasn't in the community. Wouldn't have never have met Zidane, and he's been such a great guy. Himself as well has taught me a lot. But again, I wouldn't have got any of that if I didn't join. So.
Yeah. I mean, if Zidane is watching this, he probably isn't. Shout out to you. But that's the thing, just having the connections. Like, yeah, Adam just goes through. Obviously, I know Zidane personally. Obviously, like I say, great guy. He came to me needing a setter, put Adam forward. He applied. Bam, as simple as that. Obviously Adam had the skills to do it, but him just having that network has just made it like 10 times easier for him. But what's been the biggest win on your most recent role?
One day I earned 560 pounds in one day. It was unreal. Today I've earned 170. Yeah, or 150 or something like that. He closed a guy. He might actually close another one. So it could be like 300, 450 today.
300, 450 just for today, potentially?
Yeah, just for today. Potentially. I mean, it's already 150.
Right, that's mental. What would you say like the biggest challenge has been, to get to the point where you're earning like £560 in a day?
Finding the right role, I think, is the biggest challenge because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of fitness coaches out there, but again, you don't really know until you get on the role how the guy is. So I'd say one piece of advice which I've learned myself, and even through you and Tom, is that finding the right role and actually listening to the off-roader and you looking at their profile before and shit. Like I remember when I sent a couple things to you when I got offered roles, and you were like, no, this guy is blah blah blah. And it's true. Like you really got to look in. Did they get a lot of likes? And have they bought followers? A lot of these things you've got to take into account. So I'd say really finding the best role. Once you find that good role, private for you, there's no excuse not to make like 2,000-3,000 a month.
Yeah, of course, vetting your offers out is so important. But yeah, like, what do your friends or family even think about you getting into appointments and guessing making money online? That like the whole aspect of that.
Yeah, they were a bit skeptical at first, especially my dad because he loved me like playing tennis, playing uni and stuff. But then obviously once the money came through, he started to realise and actually understand it. But obviously the older generation don't understand making money remotely is as good. But yeah, I think the money talks. Obviously money talks. Once it started to come through, they didn't really question.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think like even appointment setting and like kind of growing in the sales space can change you as a person, or has it changed you as a person?
Yeah, I've become definitely more confident. I also more aware of like when people may feeling in conversations. Just a lot more overall. Like I'm more aware of just situations in general. How people are feeling. I can read people better. I'm more confident, and it's done me so good as a person.
Yeah, it's a really good skill to have. Sales, like confidence, just talking to people. It's gonna help you out on a day-to-day basis. But Adam, like you're a killer, bro. You're a killer setter. What makes you a killer setter? Like, why are you so much different than 99% of other setters? Because the actual market for setters is really low. So what made you to outcompete them within like months, within weeks or days actually?
I'd say again, once you're on a roll, getting outreach out, the way you respond to people is most of the time you get given a script. Personally, I've changed my script according to how I speak and how I've taken down how successful has this question been. If, for example, has this approach been better? This approach, taking it all down Excel, measured it out, and now I found the perfect responses to each message. Obviously, depending on what they say, you change the message, you make it personal. So now, just from trial and error, I've found and experienced the best way for the offer I'm on to speak to the clients and the best way to get them onto calls, find their pain points, really dig into them. So, for example, now the offer I'm on, I've just actually added another question into my script, which really helps. And it's like, how long have you been trying to break into football for? I would get like a 4 or 5 line response, really detailed. And then I say, what's holding you back? Why is the last 2 years been holding you back, for example? And then you can pitch, So it's just trial and error, really experience of what is good, what is bad. That's why I'm recommending, again, which I learned from you guys, is always taking track of what's good and what's bad, what works and what's not. And then, going from there. And then it just scales from there.
Sick, bro. What would you recommend to like a normal setter? A normal setter who's just got into the space, he's trying to make it 5K in 2 months like you did. Like, what would the best recommendation be for him?
Firstly, finding the right role, and that can be tough. Don't rush into a role, even if it looks like a good role, and you want a role. Everyone's desperate for their first role, but it's got to be a good one. You have to speak to the offer to see what their goals are, and once you know their goals and you know what them as a person, you make a decision if you join them or not. If it's a good decision, you join. Then once you're on the offer, it's about trial and error. This first second week, getting a script from them, you always get 99% get a script from them, and then changing it to what's been good and what's been not. And then from there, once you've got that script nailed, it's actually easy. Like once you get a bit of experience, it's not a hard thing it's not hard to book calls. There should be no excuse. And then once you book calls, as long as you're closing they're going to respect you more, put you on commission, and then a base. And then it's just going to keep going up from there. Yeah. In my offer, they're talking about putting me on like a K base. With that, it would just be unreal.
Yeah, like it's always good. Like commission's good because it always pushes you, but having that like a 1K base just behind you, knowing you're going to be making 1K, gives you like less stress of having to make all that money. Because tell me about your goals anyway, Adam. Like, I know you'd come back from Barcelona, but tell everyone else watching what your kind of goals are. Mentioning like Barcelona, wanting to move out.
Yeah. So my goal is to get to 5K a month next, consistently, and then I move to Barcelona with a couple of friends. Just be working remotely from there, and just living the dream. But I know to get 5K a month, it's going to be possible because the offer I'm on now is going to start. He's running adverts, so many leads, got closers in. Especially if the base comes in, then the 5K will be like very reachable. But that's the goals.
Nice. If I said to you 3 months ago, when did you even join the community? How long ago was it?
2 months.
2 months. If I said to you 2 months ago,
it was in January.
Yeah. So 2 and a bit months. If I said to you 2 and a bit months ago, Adam, you could be making 5K a month, moving to Barcelona with your boys, like just traveling the world. Like, would you even believe me?
Of course, I never believe you. Like, I started to believe that I could do it once I joined the community, had the group call with everyone, and I heard people and what their offers are on, how they're doing, and I was like, this is possible. and I felt the support straight away. So it was just
Yeah. It's like I said, I know you said that we can be like quite hard on you guys, but that's what we need. We're not one of them communities where we just like chuck you in a Discord and we leave you there. Like having that brotherhood and trying to push each other, like you said, I think that's what really is best. But,
yeah, exactly. Like even they both Tom and Leonard, they text you personally if you're maybe being a bit inactive, not joining calls. And they reward the people that are working hard with roles, with opportunities. Obviously, for themselves, they don't want to put someone that's not ready on a role. So if people seem like they're working hard, really improving, you're gonna get rewarded. So like it's like a win-win. You come in here, you put your 100%, and you're gonna get roles out of it.
yeah, absolutely. It's like a partnership. That's what I say to people. If you put the work in, we can reward you with these roles. And like I said, even people like Adam, bro. Adam will even say like someone like Adam, he's not gonna want to put someone else who's not putting the work in. So he'll make sure he'll be on the group calls as well, making sure other people are joining, and then he can see, okay, I'm gonna put them onto roles as well. So like sometimes you don't even need to get the roles from me. Someone like Adam who's been part of the community for 2 months, he's the one that's gonna be helping you guys get onto offers as well.
Yeah, I mean, even myself now, I'm struggling to join the group calls as much because myself, I have a lot of responsibilities. I have a call with Zidane. I actually have my own. Zidane hired a mentor, like a coach, appointment setting coach. I have a call with him every day, half an hour, going through my calls to make me even better. I have calls with Zidane, the offer owner, so it's very like a lot of calls. So when I can, I love to join the community calls and see how people are doing, especially speak to the new guys. And yeah, the best thing for me is just putting opportunities in the chat, and getting people texting me, asking how they are. Like I just putting someone else in the community on a role that's going to work like US hours with Zidane actually, because once you go with Zidane, it's just you're going to you'll get even better because he's another one that really cares about you. Him and Marco. So yeah, it's just insane.
Yeah. I mean, what would you say to the person? Say someone's wanted to join Superior Setters right now. Would you recommend it to them? If yes, why? If no, why?
Of course, yeah, 100% I recommend, because one, I'd tell them, I'd ask them this question: where would you go if not? Like, would there be another community? Would you do it alone? And like, then how? Because it's impossible to do it alone. You don't know anyone. You're not going to build connections. You're not going to build network. You're not going to know where to start doing it alone. So I 100% say join. If this is something you want to put 100% into, because you're not going to put 100% into it. Tom and Lennon they're gonna care, but they're not gonna keep chasing you and keep giving you opportunities for roles. It's something where you have to show that you really care and you're really putting the work in.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, last question for you, Adam. What are your goals? I know you said you want to be making consistent 5K months, but you can probably be doing that in the next month. Let's say 6 months from now. I'm actually interested to hear this myself. Where do you want to be within like sales, online business? Like, where do you see yourself 6 months?
6 months, I hope maybe I can move into closing them a little bit, but I hope to be 6 months, 7K a month.
How much?
7K a month would be great. And maybe doing like on James' role, like the role I'm on now, and also a closing role maybe. I'd love to get into closing because then, again, you develop more skills. You become a better seller as well because you're having to deal with things live. You don't have time to think about it. But yeah, I'd like to develop that skill as well and just keep at it and keep going.
Sick, bro. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for coming on, Adam. Like, it's honestly inspirational, even watching this. Seeing how someone like you can come in 2 months. If you put the work in, I've seen you literally put the work in, join every single call. Now you're helping all the other boys out, and yeah, it's a blessing to have you in. Honestly, I don't know, you're helping the other boys in the community now. Like, you're making my job easier, bro.
Yeah. No, of course, and I'm not like today. I'm not just on this call just to like try just to help Lennon and Tom and Lennon out. I'm on it. It's generally just it's just like general just advice. Like with this community, you're not going to find a better one. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in it, but you're not. There's no community with 100 people with one-to-one support whenever you want. They're always online. They always respond. And yeah, there's just nothing better is going to come from this. You're not going to be a better seller than coming from this. Have better teachers and mentors. Tom and Lennon are the guys.
Nice, Adam. I mean, before we end off, is there like anyone in the community you want me to have in the next one-to-one interview with? Like, who would you call out? Like, that I've been killing it. Get him on.
I'd say Finn.
Finn.
Because I know he's been there longer than me. I looked up to him when I first came in. I would say him because he's insane. And the thing that I know his role's a bit dodgy, but but like he's earning he's like on 10K a month or something. So it's so interesting to see how he got there. I know he's a bloody hard worker as well.
Yeah.
Harder than me, harder than anyone. But him now, yeah, his story is fascinating, so fascinating. And now I know he's in Thailand. I want to come out as well to meet all the guys, and I will. I promise you, I will. I don't know what it'll be because I'm very, very busy period of time now. But yeah, he would be a great person to interview because his story is what. His story is the dream.
Yeah, honestly, man. I mean, yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon in Thailand, Adam. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on this
Awesome,
interview
man.
again.